Okay, I'm out here in Cabo San Lucas. This is day 14 of 30, talking to the camera journey in a non-traditional environment, not in my typical setup. But that's all good. We are out here in nature, getting the vibes, looking at God's creations. And one thing I wanted to talk about was this concept of patience and emotional maturity and emotional stability. And what I mean by that is, so I got in today to Cabo, but the travel process with the airline and the delays were absolutely insanity, to the point where I felt myself teetering on almost just completely letting the emotions get to me, stressing out, and projecting that out onto other people. And I was sitting there observing, and I was thinking of how that would have served me as far as the energy I'd put out, and also would that actually create a solution by any means? Was I solution oriented by finding myself getting a little bit more upset or frustrated or losing patience? And the answer was absolutely not. I was observing other people in terms of, like, especially I have a soft spot in my heart for people who do any type of service work, because I got my start before I got into sales in the service industry. And I respect wholeheartedly everything people do in order to provide good service, customer care, whatever that may be. And I know as a service agent that you cannot control the entire process involved with, from booking to flights getting changed, flights getting delayed, when an actual airplane is going to be able to park in the spot that will, I don't know the technical term, but park in the spot that allows people to board the plane. The ability for them to make magic happen on the spot while still dealing with hundreds of upset passengers who don't know or don't think about those things, or simply just thinking about themselves. And so I caught myself in the moment as I was observing and seeing the posture and facial expressions change on the agent's face as the stress continued to build up, or the process of seeing other potential passengers getting upset, like, oh, I'm not going to make my connecting flight now. Oh, I'm probably not going to make it to my end destination. What am I going to do now? In reality, I find it's just always best to just take a deep breath, take a few deep breaths, multiple, slow down your heart rate, focus on what you can actually control in the moment, and honestly let that take care of itself. So wanted to speak on that because that was a big piece of what was on my mind today, because I found myself also in a state where I didn't even want to make a video, to be honest. I wanted to stop, but I knew I made this challenge to myself to make videos for 30 days in a row, talking to the camera. And I figured, what better way than to come out into nature, have the blessing of being able to travel. I'm here for a good event with some good people, good friends, and just to explore a bit. But it was something on my mind, just the idea of patience, emotional maturity, and emotional stability, and just making sure that whatever event, experience, or action you are facing, or circumstance, that it's always best to just take pause, take a deep breath, and make sure you're in the right state of mind in order to be able to adapt and handle things in the best of your ability and be in your power. So this has been day 14 of 30 of Talking to the Camera Journey. Until tomorrow, where I'll be in a different setting, I'll find some cool setup, and we'll get back into the mix. Thanks for listening.